Hey, I'll fix it here. I've got a 2010 Lincoln town car with a Clunk, and we got to figure out what's going on. Here's how it happens. I'm driving along, and if I slow down by stepping on the brakes, after I let off the brake, that's when the rear end clunks. You guys have that problem? I do, and it's a big clunk. Hang in there and I'll figure out what that clunk is and we'll fix it. Well, here's where I put the camera on the ground underneath the car, and you can see the slop in the bushing on the trailing arm. That's the lower trailing arm. And when I'm putting it in, you know, gear, forward, reverse, and so forth. And look at how much the rear end moves, tilting back and forth. Ridiculous. There's like an upper and lower on each side. So I ordered the parts. I'll show them to you. These are the lower ones, and the upper ones are the shorter ones here. I've got these arms, and the whole set is not that expensive. It's like 75 bucks on if you go through eBay or something like that. First, I took this car into a shop and I got an estimate, and they said it's definitely going to go over $1,000 to replace these things. Hey, maybe, just maybe, I can replace them myself and save $1,000, and the cost of the parts is only 75 bucks. Hey, it could be good. We'll see. One of the first things we need to do is pop the trunk. You got a clunk in the rear end where every time you step on the brakes or let the brakes off, you probably got a dead body rolling around in there. No, really, we do need to open the trunk, because on these, there is a air ride system, and you need to turn it off before you jack up the car. There's a switch over here underneath in the trunk, right back over here on this side. Yeah, the switch is right there. I guess it's not a big deal, but it can kind of mess things up if you jack up the car without turning it off. I'm thinking the next thing is I'll jack up the whole back end of the car with a floor jack and then put it on jack stands. My little, whatever cheapy little jack this is having trouble lifting the back of this Lincoln. You know what I think? Time to get a new jack. A little bigger one. This one's too small. I looked on my phone, Harbor Freight, and there's a sale going on, one day only, on a 3-ton jack down there for 100 bucks off. I could order up on Amazon, but I don't want to wait. Here's the old one. Look at my new one. Oof, that sucker's heavy. 3-ton jack. I feel like it weighs 3 tons. My goodness. I mean, that's definitely an improvement. Oh, nice. Oh. Whoa. Wow. Yeehaw. Yeah. Look at that baby. Whoa, look at that. Took the whole thing right up off the ground, both wheels. Now I can put jack stands underneath to help make sure we don't fall off or something. I feel like I'm doing an advertisement for Harbor Freight. Look at this. I've got something from Harbor Freight, another something from Harbor Freight. I just bought a big jack, a floor jack from Harbor Freight. You know what? I'm not getting paid by Harbor Freight or anything. And if I were you, I'd be very careful about what you buy at Harbor Freight, because some of it is real junk. And some of it's pretty good. You just got to pick and choose. I will try to put descriptions of some of these kinds of things, maybe in the descriptions of where you can buy similar items through Amazon that we might find something higher quality that if you're willing to wait for it. Like now, I got this floor jack, and I was not willing to wait. I need it right now, today. And and there happened to be a sale at Harbor Freight, so hey, there I go. Now, first thing I noticed about this Harbor Freight item, it seems to work really good, except for the detent thing in here is messed up, and this just falls off and on. Something's a little haywire, but overall it still works for me. When I take a wheel off, I kind of like to stick it under the car. It's just an added assurance that if the car falls, even though I got some jack stands, but still, it's just a good habit. Well, now you can see the brake lining and all that. So there's the arms that I'm dealing with that I think I can even see the slop right in this joint right here. It's like, that's definitely a worn out bushing or whatever that is. And so, you know, this is the lower arm, this is the upper arm. And there's so much slop in here that the whole rear end is rocking and knocking. Hey, if I can do it, we're going to save $1,000. I'm just curious about why. Maybe it's going to be too big of a job and we can't do it. But it looks to me like this goes right there. It can't be that hard. I see 2 bolts here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at that. I got something to work. Oh, look at that. There's a nut thing back here. So interesting. So the nut don't spin, I guess. That's interesting. What's back here on this one? Might be something inside here. I wonder what size that is. Here's an 18. Oh, it fits too. 18 fits on there. Well, I moved it. Well, that's probably pretty loud on the camera, huh? I moved it. We'll just take it a little ways and then play with a jack to hopefully relieve tension and stuff like that, I guess. Your guess is as good as mine. What are we doing here? Let's see, now this seems like there's not much tension here. That's a good sign. I let the jack down just a little bit, and it seems like it loosened up this thing a bit. Look at there, so, oh yeah, I'm liking it. Let's see. Oh, it's off, right there. Hey, that's a cool little nut there. I like it. Look at that. Ooh, very nice. Oh yeah. And this is looking loose over here. I like that. See if I don't have anything fall off inside. All right. Well, nothing fell inside there, I don't think. And, whoa, there, look at there. Whoops. Hey, you think that's a little bit sloppy? Yeah, it is. So it looks to me like you just put a new one in right there. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness, I got it dirty already. Oof. Oh man, we can't be doing that. A new part. I started this end into here, but now, hey, we don't line up anymore over here. What the heck happened there? These are the right thing, aren't they? Let's see, yeah, appears to be right. I will try adjusting the jack a little bit up or down and see if that helps. Okay, I went down a little. Did that go better or worse? Let me try going up a little. Did that get better or worse? Well, neither one. Oh my goodness, dearie me. What are we gonna do? We need to shift this thing forward somehow. Let me go on down some more and see what happens. Did that do something? Oh, that's getting better. Look at that. That's a whole lot better. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of funky. Kind of funky. All right, now let's just see how we're doing on this end. Now just for gigs and shiggles, I'm going to get a torque wrench and see what kind of torque we're at. Well, the torque specs on these, I just checked, is 40 to 55 pounds. So I was shooting for around 50 pounds on these. And look at that, one piece is in. I don't know, seems like so far we're doing okay. Maybe the bottom one is a lot harder or something. Top one wasn't too hard. On the lower arm, seems to be a 21. Right, everything's a different size, right? And this one appears to be an 18. So, yeah, it's moving. And this one is also moving. Whoops, the whole thing's turning, I can tell. Let's see. Okay, so I took the nut off this one, and I got the nut off with that one. And look at there. There, you know, I was worried there would be some kind of whole bunch of pressure on it or something, and it seems like it's not too big a deal. You can see the back side of that one had this kind of a nut thing, which is pretty neat. Look at that. Yeah, we just take this thing out of here. Whoa, yeah. Okay, it looks like this goes very much like that. How about this one? Appears that this would do the same thing. You just put it on the other side. They appear to be identical. Okay. So, make sure we know which way this goes. Okay then, we'll just put it on there. Oh, by the way, look at this old one. It's ripped out in here. So, that's gonna be good to get that replaced. Push that baby in, come on. There we go. That's more like it. And I couldn't quite get the front one in, so I took the back one out and got the front one in. Now I can't get the back one in. Yeah. So it just doesn't quite line up, but it's very close. I'm going to just make some adjustments on the jack, and I think we'll work it in. Guess what? I did it. Okay, it's 110 to 150 pounds on that lower one. 40 to 55 on these, and it's done on this side. Can you believe it? This side's done. I can put this side back together and go to the other side. This might be workable. It might be doable. Quoted more than $1,000. Hey, I'm making money. Okay, now we put this wheel back on. I'm not going to put this on yet because I haven't checked the torque on those. So I'm going to leave that laying right by there to remind me to come back and check the torque before we do any take off with it. And we're ready to do the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, it's done. I went ahead and did the other side just like we did that side. And guess what? It went even easier. I didn't have to jiggle and, you know, let the jack up and down or anything. I lifted the whole car underneath from the rear end with my new jack. I saved myself over $1,000, which easily covers my new jack. Hey, it's time to go try it out. Yeehaw! It's telling my air suspension is off. So I can turn it back on now. They say don't jack up the car unless you turn that off. Now we'll see if I got rid of the clunk. Yeah. Now that's a success. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I did it. I got rid of the clunk. I can step on the brake how hard as I want and let it off, and there's no more clunking sound. That's great. So this is I'll Fix It, and we fixed it. So tune in for the next one. You know what to do. Awesome. Adios. Ciao. Hey, that was fun. I think I saved like $1,000 or so. Y'all come back and see me again. I'll leave the light on for you. Come on back.